Alright, everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another fanfic for you, and I hope you'll enjoy. So, without further ado, how about we read the description?
A look at how Nightmare Moon and Daybreaker came to power in a world where harmony should rule. Fallen Shards. Written by the Great and Powerful. Chapter 1. The Two Sisters. Years after the Tree of Harmony was destroyed, the fighting has ceased and the 6 keepers of the elements have moved on to a different life. Something dark stirs within the two sisters. The trust and respect for the other has started to fail over time, to a point where only hatred lurks in their hearts.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Walking down the long hallways at night always seemed peaceful. As Princess of the Night, I look after the ponies in their sleep. However, ever since the Tree of Harmony and Twilight and her friends had gone, tensions between my sister and I have soared. Even though I am just as important as Celestia, every pony never notices me unless I do something wrong. Then they remember Nightmare Moon. Part of her is still inside me, that I know of, waiting to burst out and be free. The one rightful ruler of Equestria. My sister and her perfection is all any pony ever sees. She has just as much darkness inside her as I do, yet no pony sees that. As I continue to do my duties every night, things still have not changed. My sister is still the most adored. I am either ignored or feared, and even though Celestia said that she blames herself for my banishment, she still keeps me in the dark. If only I was the eldest, I would be the top princess, the most adored pony in the land. But I am not. I still remember what happened last time I felt this way. It had been a long evening. Celestia had invited some lords to dinner, and I had to be there to represent the respect for them. Near the end of dinner, Celestia started to ramble on about plans we had made for Equestria. Once she had finished, the lords would not stop going on about how brilliant she was. But nothing to me. That would not have been as bad if she had not taken credit for it. After dinner, when she had gone to bed, I went to the old throne room. When it was almost dawn, I got ready. The moon would not yield to the so great sun that day, or ever again.
As the moon started to cover the sun, Celestia stormed in.
What in the land of Equestria are you doing?
Celestia shouted.
I am doing what I should have done long ago. The night will last forever! I shouted. Suddenly, it felt like fire was bursting from my chest. As I screamed, pure darkness surged out of me and began to wrap around me. I felt my wings grow, my teeth sharpen, and complete evil rushed through my veins. When Celestia had banished me, it had felt like getting chained in a place where no one could hear your screams of pain and anger. Once I had turned back into Luna, thanks to Twilight and her friends, I had tried my best to recreate what ponies saw me as. But I never changed, no matter how hard I tried. They all saw me as a monster. Even Celestia seemed to view me as a threat. I tried my best to stay positive, but it just got more challenging from then on out. As I continued to think about the years after my banishment, I feel the same darkness welling up inside me, as cold and as dark as last time. Ever since the tree was destroyed, I could feel Luna and myself drifting further apart. I could feel anger inside me that should not be there for the ruler of Equestria. Luna is always so cold, and she seems to be acting strange. I know she has always been envious of me. I see it in her eyes. She is probably just waiting for her chance to try to overthrow me. Huh. I would like to see her try. No matter what she does, I will always be the superior sibling. Whether she likes it or not, I will always be on top. Always be the princess of the sun. I still don't understand what it was about that night that made her turn into Nightmare Moon. I guess it was always inside of her. But what made it finally burst out? That night, I had invited some lords to dinner to discuss some plans for the ponies of Equestria, and things were going pretty well. She seemed a bit edgy by the end of the dinner, so I did not want to push her and headed off to bed. When I woke up to my alarm, I knew that something was terribly wrong. As I headed for the throne room, I could hear Luna murmuring. Suddenly, I realized what was happening. Luna was keeping the moon up. She was trying to overthrow me. As I burst in, Luna was declaring that the moon would no longer yield to the sun. Then, a black smoke-like thing burst out of her chest and seemed to have consumed her. Before I knew it, a pony who seemed to have been made of shadows and fear stood before me. She gave me no choice. I had to use the elements of harmony against her, or else she would overthrow me and take over Equestria. Equestria would not be able to survive through an eternal night. It had to be done. I had to banish her to the moon for the good of the kingdom. Now, moons after her return, I see the same darkness and same edginess I saw the first time. I knew I would have to strike first if I were to continue to be the superior ruler of Equestria. I needed to make sure that she did not try to take over Equestria, or else every pony will suffer. She walks like she is just waiting for an attack, like she expects I know and is protecting herself from going back to the moon. Oh, dear Luna, Princess of the Night, you must be stopped before you ruin what I have in store. The end.